Welcome back to Prophecy Unfolding, where prophecy is truly unfolding. You know, as we look at what's happening in the world, the question I ask, or the statement I make, what if Donald Trump and his $500 billion investment that's happening with artificial intelligence, and he's kind of partnering with some of the most powerful technology companies in the world, is this a coincidence, or is this a step in the direction that prophecy speaks about, that we would have an antichrist or a beast system that can control a huge amount of the world? Is this Stargate project? Is this something that mirrors prophecy and Revelation? Today what we're going to do is connect the dots to this prophecy. This is not just science fiction, this is actual end time prophecy. Also, what we're going to do and show you is proof in scripture how we can only be the generation that sees Christ return. That today, with what we're saying, is proof that we can only be that generation. Like always, watch it unfold to get the full context, and smash the like button to get this out to as many as possible. The first thing we're going to find out is, what is Stargate? Does it connect to prophecy and where all this is going? But I'm going to ask some hard question afterwards.
But know this, that Jesus is coming soon, and he will right all wrongs. Beloved, stand firm in your faith as you witness prophecy unfolding.
Trump's Stargate AI initiative and its link to Bible prophecy. Overview of Project Stargate. On January 21, 2025, former President Donald Trump announced a $500 billion AI infrastructure initiative named Project Stargate. Backed by major tech firms like Oracle, OpenAI, and SoftBank, this initiative seeks to establish large-scale AI data centers and computing power within the U.S., creating over 100,000 jobs by 2029. The project's name, Stargate, along with its ambitious scope, has drawn attention not only from technologists and economists, but also from religious and prophetic communities. Some Christian thinkers interpret this development through the lens of biblical eschatology, especially with regard to warnings in the book of Revelation and other apocalyptic literature about a coming global system of control and deception. Prophetic concerns: AI, control systems, and Revelation. Many pastors and Bible prophecy watchers have drawn parallels between Stargate and themes found in Revelation 13, which describes the rise of a powerful global system dominated by the beast. Key scripture: Revelation 13:15-17, KJV. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. This passage has been interpreted by some to suggest a technological system of global governance, possibly enabled or enforced through AI, biometric data, or digital IDs. The idea of AI being given life or consciousness, as in giving life to the image, resonates with fears around artificial general intelligence, AGI, and machine learning being used to create highly autonomous systems capable of surveillance, decision-making, or even enforcement. Why Stargate raises eyebrows in prophetic circles. The term Stargate itself evokes themes of portals, alternate dimensions, or gateways to other realms, often associated in conspiracy and prophetic interpretations with demonic or occult symbolism. Though the project appears purely technological, its name and global aspirations add a layer of symbolic weight that resonates with end-time watchers. Some view the project as part of a broader beast system infrastructure, a digital, AI-driven surveillance and control framework potentially capable of enforcing economic restrictions, tracking individuals, or even replicating the image of the beast described in Revelation. Technological Tower of Babel? A further biblical parallel drawn by some commentators is the Tower of Babel account, where humanity sought to reach the heavens through their collective ingenuity and ambition, which provoked divine intervention. Genesis 11:4-6, KJV. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. In this context, AI, and especially AGI, is viewed as a modern form of the Tower of Babel, representing humanity's unchecked drive to become godlike through knowledge and power. 7 Mountain Mandate and Christian Nationalism. Some Christian movements, such as those supporting the 7 Mountain Mandate, believe that Christians are called to take dominion over key areas of society, including government, media, education, and technology. In this context, Trump's Stargate initiative is seen by some as a fulfillment of this vision, reclaiming technological ground for Christian or conservative values before it is monopolized by secular or globalist forces. Warnings and discernment. While not all Christians agree with apocalyptic interpretations of Stargate, many share a concern over the rapid acceleration of technology without clear moral, spiritual, or ethical safeguards. AI's potential to deceive, manipulate, and control aligns with New Testament warnings about spiritual deception in the last days. 2. Thessalonians 2. 9-10, KJV. Even him, whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. This passage has often been cited in discussions about false signs and wonders that could be replicated by advanced technology, possibly leading people astray. Conclusion. Trump's Stargate project, while ostensibly focused on boosting America's AI capabilities, has ignited deep concerns among many Christians who view it through a prophetic lens. Whether or not this initiative directly fulfills any biblical prophecy, it undeniably reflects the accelerating convergence of technology, politics, and spirituality, a convergence that many believe will define the final chapters of human history.
Now, straight off the bat, I'm not saying that Trump is the Antichrist, or I'm not kind of affiliating that at all. I believe that God can use anybody he wants to use to get his plan through. When we read Revelation and other scriptures and other prophetic texts, we know that there's going to be a big system that comes into place, and some of the things that this system does, the likes of the mark of the beast, which we know about in Revelation 13, and how it's going to control kind of buying or selling. Only today, since John wrote the book of Revelation somewhat 2,000 years ago, we are the only generation since then that actually has the technology for this to be fulfilled. This shows me that we are coming very, very close to that time period. The question I ask is, can you see the signs all around? You know, when we look at scripture, we look to what Daniel also said in his prophecies when he was told to seal the book till the end, that people will come to and fro and knowledge will increase. And today we're seeing knowledge increase every month. We just have to look at artificial intelligence. Within 12 months it's grown exponentially, and we're seeing that increasing even more. You know, when I look at Stargate and the implications of what this could do, when you do the little bit of study into artificial intelligence, we see that the likes of Disney and a few other people had to shut down some of their own AI because some of the AIs were starting to speak to each other. Some of the AIs were actually starting to override some of the protocols that they had in place. And this was all in the test phase. And I believe that all of the information that's in artificial intelligence at the moment, everything that we would input as humans, that artificial intelligence can take that on and can do anything it wants without the human emotion attached. It becomes a real psychopath, as we would call it. We're coming very, very close. As again, I would state that I'm not saying Trump has any affiliation, Antichrist, etc. This is not for that. But people at times can move towards certain things even without knowing it. We look through scripture. God used Nebuchadnezzar. He used many people that he wanted to use, and I believe God will use who he wants in order for this story to unfold. What we need to be doing is grasping to the word more and more. I believe deception is going to be used through this whole tool like never before, and we're seeing that now with AI preachers and teachers. It can just do anything that it wants to do now at this stage. What I'll ask you to do, when as you see all the craziness happening in the world, is to make this kind of a statement in your heart when you realise all of this is happening. And I'll leave you with this, is that God is always in control, and keep the faith.